Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with our subject computer of class 10, unit number 3, data development. So, in this session, we will discuss about DBMS, RDBMS, and data storage. DBMS. What is database? A database is organized collection of data and information in systematic way. In database, the data is organized in the form of rows and columns. We can easily access and manage a large amount of information in the database. For example, your teacher always keeps a record of marks of each student by maintaining a database. Similarly, in our daily life, telephone diary, a list of grocery items, a list of bookcase, etc. are the example of database. We maintain the information in database in some manner like alphabetically so that we can extract the information quickly and efficiently whenever needed. We can add, delete, sort and update the data in a database, but it is very difficult to maintain a database manually when there are thousands of records. To maintain the computerized database, a software package is developed called Database Management System (DBMS). DBMS. Database Management System is a software package or a set of programs that allow us to create, extract from and update a database. It is a systematic manner of using the database in fast and efficient way. So with the help of database, we can create our database. With the help of these softwares, we can generate a database in our computer system. Similarly, your report card, your marks of record, that all the information you can do on your computer with the help of DBMS software. So some popular DBMS softwares are like MX Access, Oracle, SQL, etc. We can perform the various functions on database like store the data, search for the data. When there is a new entry, we will add it. If there is some change, we will use modify, or we can delete the data from the database. We can also use the queries to retrieve the data, procedures, and also generate the reports. So DBMS is preferred due to the following advantages. Number 1, sharing of data. Different users can use the same database to access the data according to their needs. So with the help of computer network, we can generate a database on a one computer, that is our main server, and then all the persons through the network, they can access that database. Now these days, we are also using the cloud methods to share the data among all the users. With the help of DBMS, we can ensure the data redundancy. Data redundancy means duplication of data. Means entries are done in your database, so those redundancy can be reduced with the help of DBMS software. So it avoids duplication of data and ensure that there is a no one instance of certain data. Means कि जो भी हमारा data है, that is just a one time we can enter in a computer system. For example, a name or a marks or a record of a one student is entered only once. If anybody enter it second time, it will show the error message. Data inconsistency. It helps to avoid the data inconsistency. Means if the single database is used by the multiple user, then it also ensures that the same data is present for all the user. For example, if the two departments access the data simultaneously, then only one department will see the update by the other department. So DBMS solve this issue. Confidentially, the DBMS can ensure the different views for the different users of database. This keeps the confidentiality of data safe. So according to the user, like the admin can view the whole information of your database, then the other clients are divided according to their role in the company. Like the teacher can view the record of whole information about the students. We can divide it the information according to the department wise. So you can generate a different role views for a different persons. Highly secureable. The database can be secured by assigning a lock to the using a key. So similarly, we can use the password to make it secure. So without the password, nobody can access our database. To ensure the security, you can use the password method. So different users having a different password, and those all have a different access to access the database. RDBMS. RDBMS stands for Relational Database Management System. This name is used for database that are developed by using the relational database model as prescribed by EF code of IBM. The most popular database system in use are RDBMS. RDBMS store the data as a collection of tables which might be related by the common field. RDBMS also provide the relational operators to manipulate the data stored in the data tables. Most RDBMS use the SQL as the database query language. The most popular RDBMS are MS SQL Server, DB2, Oracle, MX Access, and MySQL. Data integrity. It is defined as the accuracy and consistency of the data in a database. The following category of data integrity exists in with each RDBMS. Number 1, entity integrity. There are no duplicate row in a table. Means there is only one record of a one person. Domain. Enforce the valid entry for the given column by restricting the type, the format, or the range of value. So we can also use some rules on the columns by defining that which type of information the user can enter. We can also define the format for it and the range of value. For example, in a marks column of a student, no subject teachers can enter the marks more than 100. So this type of a validation rule we can force on a domain. Referral integrity. Row can't be deleted which are used by the other record. So we can use the one table information in another table. No need to copy and paste the whole information again, but with the help of referral integrity, we can use the same information by using the links. User-defined integrity enforce some specific business rule that don't fall into entity, domain, or referral integrity. So we can also define some rules for the users which they can use the information, which users are allowed to add new information, which users are only able to view the information, they can't change the data in your RDBMS. So we can use these integrity rules to ensure the RDBMS database. Database concepts. In the database, data is stored in the form of tables. Each instance of data is known as tuple. So this is a one tuple. Here we have information of students, student ID, student name, student age, student class, and student section. So this is a one complete row is named as tuple in RDBMS. The table store the data on some theme. For example, here we have a information of student containing a different fields. So database consists of field, records, and files. Field, a column. For example, student ID is a one column. Student name is a second column. Similarly, we have student age, student class, and student field. A column within a table that consists only one type of information is called field. So this is contain only the age of all the students. So this is a one field. For example, student ID, student name, student age, student class is a field, student section is a field. Record. A set of various fields is called record. All the information in a table in a various column represent a record. For example, this is a student ID of Bob 1104, student name Bob, student age 14, student class 9, and student section 8. So this complete information is named as a record or a tuple. 5. A collection of related record. So this is a one file in RDBMS. Is a one table, is a relation. A database table must contain only a unique data. There should be no duplication of data inside the table. In order to stand as a unique, every table must have a field that can design as a primary key. So we will find a one column which having all the values are unique. So like student ID. No two students have a same student ID. Everyone has a unique ID number. So we can define this field or this column as a primary key column. So if we use the primary key on a column, then we can never use the null value in the table in this column, and we can't repeat the value in this column. If we do, then it shows the error message and does not allow the user to enter the data into the table. So other field clarity can't act as a primary key since any two students can have a same name. Also, any two students have a same marks, or two students have a same age, two students have a same class. So similarly section. So only one column is left, that is student ID, which having all the values are unique. So there is no duplication of data in student ID. A database can have more than one table. However, it is possible to combine the data contained in these tables. To increase the amount of data can be extracted from one table alone. So this is all about database concept. Next we have manipulation data. In database, structure of data can be defined and data can be manipulated using some commands. In most of the database today, SQL commands are used. SQL commands are instructions used to communicate with the database to perform specific tasks that work with data. SQL commands can be used not only for searching the database but also to perform the various other functions like, for example, you can create a table, add the data to a table, or modify the data, drop the table, set the permission for the users. SQL commands are grouped into the four major categories depending upon their functionality. DDL, Data Definition Language. Data Definition Language command enable you to perform the following tasks: create, alter, and drop schema object. With the help of create command, you can create any object of database like a table. With the help of alter command, you can modify the structure of a table. For example, you can add a column in your database or to delete a column from the database. Drop command is used to delete the object of your database. For example, if you wish to delete a table, then we use drop command. Similarly, grant and revoke privileges and roles, add comments to the data dictionary. The create, alter, and drop commands are require exclusive access to the objects being acted upon. Next is TCL, Transaction Control Language. Transaction Control Language manage changes made by the DML commands. These SQL commands are used for managing change affecting the data. So these commands are commit, rollback, and save point. For example, we are transferring some amount of information from one table to another table. So that transaction is divided into a parts, and after completion of a one part, it will commit or use the save point. Then it move to the next part. If it is successful, it will make the save point at there. If some problems are there, then it use the rollback, means reversing the procedure back to the previous save point. And if completion of all the parts are successful, then we use the commit command for the final signal or a flag for the database that this transaction is completed and all the changes are done successfully and the database is in the accurate form. Next is DCL. It is used to create the role, permission, and referral integrity, as well as it is used to control the access to the database by securing it. These SQL commands are used for providing the security to the database objects. These commands are grant and revoke command. So we are discuss about the different types of users which can access the database. For example, if any person is just view the database, then we use the set the permission with the help of grant command to set that user only to the view. If the person is able to change the database, so then we set their permission to edit for the database. If we want to set the permission for any person that is not able to use our database, then we use a revoke command. Next, database manipulation language, DML. These SQL commands are used for storing, retrieving, modifying, and deleting data. These commands are select, insert, update, and delete command. A database manipulation language, DML, is a family of syntax elements similar to the computer. programming language used for selecting, inserting, deleting and updating the data in a database. So these perform the read-only queries in a data. Sometimes it considered as a component of DML. So select query is used when you have to retrieve the data from the database. Insert command is used when we need to insert a new record in our database. Update command is used when we have to change some data in the database. And delete command is used when you have to delete any record. A popular data manipulation language is a structured query language SQL, which is used to retrieve and manipulate the data in a relational database. The other form of DML are those used by the IMS or DLI, Corsiel database such as IDMS and others. The data manipulation language comprise the SQL database changes statement which modify the stored data but not the schema or database object. Manipulation is a persistent database object, example, tables or stored procedure via the SQL scheme statements rather than the data stored within them. Is considered to the part of separate data definition language. In the SQL, two categories are similar in their detailed syntax, data types, expressions, but distinct in their overall functions. So, we will use these commands when we are working in a database, when we are using or creating the data in our database. I hope all the basic concepts of database and RDBMS are cleared in this sessions. In next session, we will discuss about the creating a database object and are the different data storage. Thank you. Have a nice day.